What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here, and today we're taking a first impressions look at a game called Fractured Space. This is a free-to-play game available on Steam. Also want to apologize if my voice sounds a little funky. Those of you guys who follow me on Twitter and such will realize I've had a pretty nasty cold for the past couple days, and I'm still kind of overcoming that, so I apologize if I'm clearing my throat, etc., etc. I'll try to minimize it. I say as I clear my throat. Anyways, let's get back to the game. Fractured Space is a free-to-play MOBA. The graphics style is very similar to what I would put it more towards like Paragon's graphical system, and the combat is very similar to an extent of World of Warships. So think graphics of Paragon, MOBA style play like League of Legends, sort of, meets World of Warships. So it's a very interesting style of play, and it has kind of its own twist on MOBAs. So I personally enjoy it. Still kind of new to the game, so there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm not going to be familiar with, but I'm going to do my best to kind of just give you guys more or less the first impressions video so you guys kind of know whether it's something you want to take a look at or not. So let's kind of just cover the general intro screen here, and then we'll move on to some of the gameplay stuff. So first off, top right-hand corner, you have Platinum, Credits, and DNA. Platinum is the real-life currency, so to speak. You can get that in-game purchases. It's about, I guess it's about $5 per thousand. Yeah. So you can get all the way up to 12,000 for 50 if you so choose. And obviously, you get more and more platinum the more you spend. Credits, that is the in-game currency. I think this would be considered like IP from League of Legends. You use this to buy ships. I'm not sure if you can buy skins with it, but I know you can buy ships with it. And then DNA is for crew, which I'll be getting to here in a minute. You can also, I believe, convert DNA. Yeah, you can convert this, I think. No, you can convert credits to DNA, not DNA to credits. There we go. I knew it was one way. I just wasn't sure if it was back and forth. So if you need more DNA for whatever reason, you can convert your credits to it. And credits honestly aren't that hard to get. You can also get boosters to increase that. Let's go over the cash shop briefly. They have several packs that you can purchase. Right now, this one's on sale for, I think it's $29.99. Let me skip back over. The Armada pack. I believe the Armada pack is the one that has all of the ships. I think there's 31 ships in the game at the moment. So 31 ships, quite a bit of different play styles there. I've only got access to 4 at the moment. So it'll take us a little while for me to get access to more of the ships. But my initial impression is they're a lot of fun, a lot of varying play styles. Starter packs, basically the same thing. It's just the different versions that you guys would like, all the way up to the ultra sick commander pack for $44.99. Keep in mind they're all 25% off because I believe the game just launched out of early access. Apparently this has been on early access for quite a while. One of my subs actually apparently got me access to this game 2 years ago, Lord Craft Clone, and I just somehow missed it. So sorry, Lord Craft Clone. Ultimate skins. This is kind of an interesting little thing that I think is unique to Fractured Space. These are ultra skins. The skins give you a credit bonus, 20% credit bonus, while using these skins. So it's kind of interesting. So think of it like League of Legends. Like if you wear a skin, you would get an IP bonus. Now, I haven't played League of Legends in 2 years, so League of Legends may have implemented this and they may have stolen it. But to me, it's a new mechanic, and I think it's cool. But anyways, these are about, I'd say $20, maybe a little shy of $20. And the other nice thing about skins is you can click on them right there and you can see what they would look like in game. And as you can tell, the graphics are absolutely amazing. So, you can flip through these different ones, see what you like. I mean, look at the front of this ship. I mean, does that not look just sick? Would you want to mess with this thing? I mean, like this looks like the back end of the ship, but I mean, that looks like the barrel of a Gatling gun got split open. I'm assuming that's some kind of rail gun, and these are magnetics to, accelerate that bullet down the front of it. No idea what this ship is. Haven't played it, so it definitely looks nasty. But you can see how the ship, while we're here, the ship has turrets. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, one on the back, 4, and right here. Very similar to World of Warships, you know, you have a combat style that kind of goes around you, and you can't quite get a full broadside off. But it's not quite like World of Warships where everything has necessarily its reload, so that if you turn quick enough, you can fire the other side. But we'll get into that in a bit. As you can see, for the 31 ships, there are quite a few skins. Quite a few. I really like the look of this one right here. It's the giant space surfboard that's just bristling with cannons. Look at that. Cannons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 guns on each side, and they're double barrel. So, whew. Definitely wouldn't want to tank that. But you can see there's a pretty wide variety of skins. Honestly, though, I mean, with 31 ships, I think this is about 2, maybe 3 skins per ship, maybe. So I'm assuming this over time is going to expand. But the fact that they've got 31 ships and this many skins, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Plus, they have sales going on, you know, like most MOBAs do. Supply ships. These give you, from what I understand, either you can buy them with credits or you can buy them with platinum. Skins, I believe you can only buy with platinum. So, but anyways, you can buy these with credits or platinum, and I believe these give you the ability to get more crew. Boosters, I talked about these earlier. I actually have one of these rolling right now. These basically just give you more credits, and I love, this is one of the things that I do want to give this game a big shout out for, because they go with the old MMO style of boosters, and the aspect that you're not buying an hour, a 3-hour or 6-hour booster, or a 5-game win booster. You're buying 7 days, 30 days, or 360 days. And I think they have 1 day running too. Yeah, I think that's right down here. So I like that, because for me, I mean, I'm old school, so maybe some of you guys don't like that, but I like buying a booster, you know, and then, and this is less than, I think this is less than $5, and then it works for a week. So, you know, I like that a lot better than an hour, because I mean, like, you activate your hour-long booster, and then mom calls and you got to go do your chores. And then you're fucked, you know. But with this, you activate it 7 days, 30 days. It's perfect. I like that. I like that a lot. And then you got your bundles. And the key thing here is, at least as far as free-to-play games go, it's not pay to win in the aspect that you're not going to get a direct advantage other than access to ships. So it's more pay for convenience or pay for decoration or cosmetics, however you want to look at it, which to me is perfectly fine. So yes, you do have that initial suck factor of having to get the ships, which, you know, just like League of Legends, you're going to have to get the heroes or whatever. That does suck, but it doesn't take long. I mean, it really doesn't take too long. So let's go look at the different ships. So these are the ones that I have unlocked, I believe, at the moment. Actually, no, those are the ones that I have favorited. You can click here to toggle favorites so that they're available here. If you don't want one to show up in your favorites anymore, you can disable it. It does come by default with all the ships that you have by default. So for me personally, I had I think it was the Pioneer, the Enforcer, and the Brawler, and I believe I got the Venturer from registering my account or something. And then I bought the Sentinel with in-game credits, not real-life credits. And I've just about got enough credits to buy the next one. So these 4 right here, minus the Sentinel, are your starter ships, and then the Sentinel is an extra. So in here, you can kind of see the different types of attacks. So you've got, you know, this one's 7 attack, 7 utility, 5 defense. So it's more of an attack or utility ship, not so much on the defensive side. I'm still kind of understanding how those modifiers work, but that's the basic breakdown of the game when it comes to combat. You have those 3 stats: attack, defense, and utility, and depending on which one you pick depends on what happens with your ship. So for instance, over here you can see under attack, it's 4% damage inflicted, 5% fire rate, and 7% weapon cooldown. Every 3 levels, so 3, 6, and 9, as you're playing the game, you get to pick one of these modifiers. And when you pick them, it boosts your ship according to these, I believe. And so if you do it 3 times, I will eventually have, 12% damage inflicted, 15% fire rate, and 21% weapon cooldown, which is pretty substantial. That being said, I could go with utility, and you can see the stats that I would get here, or we could go with defensive, and you can see what we did. I mean, that would be almost, 900, that's 2,700 extra hit points. So I'm not sure how many hit points this thing comes default. Also, they have an additional layer of customization, so to speak. So for instance, the default on my gun right here is the Sentinel Smart Gun. Max range 12,000 kilometers or meters, optimal range 12,000 meters, shows the volley count, the rate of fire, etc., etc. Well, I can upgrade to this one. Now you can look and see the difference here. Let's see. Let's find out what it is. Base damage is reduced on this one, it seems, but the cooldown is also reduced. So it fires faster, but it does less damage. Range is the same. So it's interesting because 40 seconds to 29 seconds, that's roughly a little bit more than a 25% reduction, I believe, in the damage. And the base cooldown goes from 3 seconds to 2 seconds, so a 33% almost reduction in cooldown. So I'd have to do the math on that to see if it actually comes out to a DPS increase. And then you've got this one over here, which increases the damage, but reduces the cooldown. So that is, or increases the cooldown. So with this, you kind of get to decide, do I just want kind of a happy medium? Do I want to hit very frequently but for less damage? Or do I want some harder hitting shots but fewer in between? And you get to basically make these decisions for all of your equipment here. So you can kind of cycle things out, which allows you to customize your character. Now think of these as, I guess, your masteries with item purchases as well. So like in League of Legends or in Paragon, while you're playing the game, you're going to be, swapping in items. You're going to get an Infinity Edge or Infinity Blade. I forget. God dang it. It's been too long since I've played League of Legends. And I know some of you guys' eyes are bulging out of your heads right now because I fucked up your favorite item's name, but you get my point. Instead of buying items, it's just about your ship level. So with these, you buy them with credit or with platinum. So you can see, if I want to get this one, it's 46,000 credits, or I can spend 84 platinum, my choice. And every ship has these options. So, and again, you can see the different ships have different options here. So like this one right here reminds me kind of a glass cannon. Attack is insanely high, defense kind of meh, utility kind of meh, and you can see over here, same basic stats. So I'm wondering if these are all normalized. Yeah, it seems like all of the weapon or all of the bonuses are normalized, which is kind of nice. So that lets you know exactly what you're going to be getting should you go in that direction, which is cool. So, and then if you want more customization, you can tweak all of this stuff here. So the other option to kind of tweak things is your crew. So I believe this is where the quote unquote meta comes in, and you get to kind of get a little bit more specialization. So right now I only have one crew. I have the starter crew, and I don't have a drop ship that I can buy, which I believe I get supply ships right here. So if I wanted more crew, then I would basically, I can switch this over to credits. How much is this? Yeah, these are kind of expensive. So I can't buy these if I wanted to. But I believe each one of these is a crew person, so to speak. So I think I'd get 1 here, 3 here, and a whole fuck tons worth of people here. 10. So 10, that doesn't make sense. 5, because it only shows 3. Either way, you get more crew this way. Once you've got your crew, you can create a new crew like this. You can name the crew whatever you want. So, offensive mofos. And there you go. Now you have your offensive mofos. You can kind of drag these people in. You've got is that the captain? Yeah. You got your captain, you got all of your other officers and such, and these will give you different stats. So remember earlier when I was saying that all the stats are normalized? The reason they're normalized is because that's my crew. If I switch my crew to a different crew, then I'm going to get different stats and different bonuses. So this could allow you to stack a rather offensive character or a rather defensive character, and stacking this on top of the loadouts can allow you some pretty niche combinations and some pretty, pigeonholed setups, so to speak, which is kind of what you would want in a MOBA, so that, I can set up my perfect glass cannon. Yes, I'm going to do a whole lot of damage, but I got to stay off the front lines, and I got my tanky guys are going to stand up front, etc., etc., etc. So let's go back to the hangar, and we're just going to flip through the ships so you guys can see them. I've already kind of showed you the ships, but now you're going to get to see the pricing of these guys. So I do wish there was a way to sort the pricing in such a way that I could see like right here, you got 100K. Whoops, stop. You got 100K, 600K, 300K. You know, they're all not necessarily in order. So the problem with that is I can't quite see the easy ones to purchase. I mean, I can if I scroll down, and as I purchase these ships, it'll get a little bit easier. One of the other things that I'm not quite sure about is these icons in the top right. So you're going to notice this one has, what is it? A skull with looks like 2 gears, whereas this one just has a skull. I'm assuming these are the different, what do you call them, specs, so to speak. Like this one right here has a repair icon on it, which means I believe it specializes mainly in utility. Whereas this one, I believe, because it's got the little shield up, seems to be a little bit more defensive oriented. However, it's got 7 stats across the board, which to me seems a little bit more normalized. Let's see if we can find one that's just like hardcore. Like obviously this one's mainly designed as support, which makes sense to me. Let's see. Yeah, I guess there aren't necessarily any hardcore defensive ships. I mean, there are, but I guess it's not going to show with the icons. So I'm assuming these little icons mean something, and unfortunately, new to the game, don't necessarily know. I'm sure one of you guys that are playing will know, and you guys can comment in the comment section to kind of let us know what those mean. Anyways, one of the really, really cool things about Fractured Space is you can actually try these ship out before you purchase them. And that's one of the things that a lot of other MOBAs kind of suffer under is like, oh man, I really want to try this guy. And it's like, fuck, I have to pay for him. And then you pay for him. It's like, God, I hate this guy. You know, it looked totally different when I was watching the YouTube videos or watching that pro play because it looked like so much fun. But now that I play it, it sucks ass. Well, in Paragon, you just click try this ship. It loads up, gives you a little blurb about all of the abilities, etc., etc., and then it throws you into the game. And we'll give it just a sec to load up. Once again, sorry for the cold. All right, so this is your little virtual shooting range here. Now, the nice thing about the shooting range is you can move around if you so choose. So you can see I'm strafing left here. This is the different movement systems in the game. So you can strafe left, straight right. Control dips you down, space bar brings you up. You can see the straight out in front, see the little red cursor dot? That is your tracking. So you can see if I yank too fast, it takes a little while for the turrets to adjust. So if you've played World of Warships, you're kind of familiar with this mechanic. And then all of your abilities are located down on the bottom there. So we're going to hold tab. This gives me access to my mouse cursor, and you can kind of see all of your different abilities here. So you can come up here, hold your cursor over it, and kind of understand. I really wish I knew what that icon meant. So you can see, we've got executioner missiles, we got a stasis field buoy, we've got engines, chrono blink, overdrive, and Gauss cannon. So we got a Colossus out there. Well, let's say, and unfortunately, I'm still new to the game, so I don't know the different ship types. But let's say I know what specifically I wanted to test it. So you notice in the top right hand corner, I don't want to fight a Colossus. I want to fight, let's say, a Ghost, because I want to find something that works well against Ghost. So I've got the ship selected that I want, and let's say I want to kick that range out a little bit. So we're going to move the range out to 30 kilometers. Then we press 0. It blows this ship up, respawns that ship, and now I can kind of move out here. It should be popping up any second. There it is. See it? Way out there. Yeah. Let's zip out here real quick. There we go. Did I just back up? Oh, that's the chrono blink. Okay. Interesting. Goes to show I have no idea how to play this damn character. Anyways, let's bring him back in. That's going to be a little bit easier. It's going to take me a little long to get out there. Hopefully it doesn't pop right on top of me. Come on. There it goes. All right. So looking at the character here, we've locked its target. You can do that by pressing T. And you can see that we have left mouse button. That's what that little icon right there is. And it even tells you is in range. You've got your missiles, which is number 2, is in range. And then we've got basically nothing else is set up. So if we fire this gun, holy shit, that hits hard. You can see that we're going to be doing pretty decent damage here. And, we can fire our missiles if we so choose. And you can kind of get a feel for how the ship handles. If you want to try out, how fast it can move, how well the guns track, et cetera, et cetera. You can do so here without, having to spend the actual money on the ship. You can try it out before you buy. And you can see, like, for instance, right here, like, well, why isn't my ship shooting so much? You can kind of figure out where the ship's weaknesses, so to speak, are. How does this work? How is it actually going to play out? I may see somebody else play it, but it gives you that feel for how it works out, and you can decide, I don't really like this ship. And the other cool feature is you don't actually have to go back to the main screen. You can try out any of the ships here with just a click of a button. You can swap out as many times as you want to anything in the arsenal. You can also do the same thing with spawning of the ships. So if you want to try out a different one to fight, et cetera, you can do all of that from this little screen, which is really, really nice. Anyways, let's get into a game and take a look at some actual gameplay. All right, one more thing I want to cover before we get into the game is when you click the play button, you have the option of playing solo, co-op, or player versus player. Obviously, solo is just you. Co-op is going to be you and or friends against artificial intelligence. And then player versus player, which is what we're going to be doing, is against the enemy team. Then you have a couple different options for play. You have the normal casual game, there's custom games, and then ranked. If we do casual and we open this up, there's two different types of gameplays here. You have conquest and then you have frontline. I'm not quite sure exactly what frontline is. I don't have access to it, won't till level 8. I think I'm hitting level 8 here shortly. The other nice thing is you can see the MMR of yourself and whoever you're playing against, and you've got your daily games here. So, if you win 2 games, 4 games, 6 games, you get supply drops. And these could have a lot of different random stuff in it, which thankfully I'll be able to show you after this game. One of the other really nice features I like about this is you've got the friends list right here. So these are my buddies that have the game. I can just drag these dudes in by clicking the plus button. It'll add them to the slots and then we can queue. And then obviously it separates it from people who don't own the game, which means you're not going to be searching through, like for me, 300 freaking people on your Steam friends list trying to find that one dude who you can play the game with. So yeah, it's not too bad. Anyways, let's skip ahead till we get in game. All right. Once a game has been found, you're out here in this open up selection screen. You've got your side on the left, their side on the right, and everybody gets to pick their ships. You can kind of see what everybody else is picking. You've got your lock-in, kind of standard for MOBAs. I don't know if you can see when other people lock in or not. For this game, we're going to be playing the Sentinel. It's a ship capable of, I guess, attack and support, although I'm not quite sure its support kit is as good as a lot of other supports. Keep in mind, I'm still very new to this game. I think I've played maybe 5 or 6 games, so definitely not a pro when it comes to the metas yet. And again, there's 31 damn ships, so it's going to take... it's kind of like jumping into League of Legends now. First in MOBAs, you've got to learn all of the characters. Once you've got them learned and be able to recognize them, then you can kind of tweak it. This is your screen once you've picked your ship where you can select, your specializations if you so choose, and then you can ready up there. I believe if everybody readies up, it will decrease the game's start time, but I'm not entirely sure about that. So we have a Sentinel, Raven, Reaper, Destroyer, Leviathan versus a Watchman, Reaper, Ghost, Destroyer, and Interceptor. Watchman is kind of a standoff ship. They're snipers. It's one of the ships I want to try out a little bit later on. Pretty interesting because they can stay way the hell back and pound from a distance, but if somebody gets close to them, they can basically just melt their asses. So it makes things kind of hairy. It's a unique play style, which I guess is kind of a differentiation on like the AD carry style. I don't know. It's kind of unique. So I'm curious to see how well it plays out. It's a very interesting game. So anyways, here we are. This is our home base. Consider this the Nexus if you're familiar with MOBAs and such. This right here is kind of a practice. You can see the match is about to start, so you can kind of test out all of your stuff here, get a feel for everything, et cetera, et cetera. These are the other people on your team, and this is the map. So you have lane 1, lane 2. This is the center. It's not a lane. It's more like a Baron buff. So for instance, if you go to the middle, and now it's not letting me show, so I can't pull it back up. But in the top center of your screen, see where it says 7 minutes? 7 minutes is the countdown for the center to activate. Once the center activates, you have to get to the center with your team and put as many of your ships in the circle as possible while the other team tries to stop you. So let's see where everybody else is going real quick. It looks like Beta 2, Alpha 2. There's another one for Beta 2. I'm going to go Beta 2 then. So we'll scamper over there. Anyways, your lanes here have 2 bases, so to speak. Think of them kind of like towers, except they don't fight, and you can heal and upgrade there. This is the enemy's little base. If we take that, we can warp to their base. So, and if they take this, they can warp to ours. So a lot of times in this, you get teams stacking. Now, this is full 360 degrees, so to speak. You can actually go up and down, and your bullets can be blocked by these asteroids. So you can use these asteroids for cover. The mines, which are these little stations in between, right there, that one right there on the left, they are how you get resources. So consider those your creeps, so to speak. So they level your ship up, etc., etc. So you want to capture as many of those as is possible. All right, I'm going to try and drop this dude. He's pulling out of my range now. Let's just chase his ass. I just kicked in my ABs. There we go. Which is cool because he was leaving the fight, so I'm hoping that his buddies aren't going to be able to track me either. You also have armor in this. You'll notice I'm getting pounded on the left side of my ship. Here in a second, my armor's probably going to pop out. I'm not careful. Let's try and zip around. Let's throw this up against the wall. I'm hoping this will give me a boost. See my ship's on fire? Not good. Not good. That means I take double damage on the sides that are on fire. So I'm going to try and cut them off here. Good, good, good. I'm try and keep hiding down here if I can. They're sending fighters after me. That's what those little things are they're chasing. Alright. Kicking my ABs in. You have a point defense, which can shoot down missiles or fighters. I did activate that several times. I'm going to try and get up here. I'm going to hide behind this shield. Now you're going to notice my ship's going to start repairing here. Okay, there we go. We better turn to the right, not the left. And ship's movement is a little clunky. I mean, these are basically capital ships, so you're not going to be turning on a dime. Some of them will, but mine not so much. You notice in the left-hand lane, one of the triangles is moving to basically backdoor us. If he caps that, then his team can teleport in. It's kind of an interesting mechanic in the aspect that backdooring is kind of effective. Alright, it's just me versus this dude now, I believe. Fire these off. Yeah, he's pulling away. Whoa! Oh, shit, didn't see you there, buddy. Okay. Oh, God. The missiles. Yeah, my armor's fucked. Kicking in the ABs. Kicking in the ABs. Go, 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 go. Down, down. No, don't slam into it. Okay, we're good. Up, 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 up. No, 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 no. They're gonna finish me. Firing them off. There we go. Got a little backup now. Now, while in this little bubble here, which I just flew out of, I will actually be getting repairs here. Oh, shit. Did they drop him? No, we got him. Okay. There we go. That dude's outside of my range for now. I'm just gonna let my ship repair real quick.
Warning, I just lost target lock. Attempting to reacquire.
Come on now. There we go. Now we're repairing. What the fuck are these? Is that like defensive fighters that are on me? That works for me. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're going to switch over. You notice on the right-hand screen, there was that BUN. I think it was. Those are your different upgrades. So we're rank 4 in the top left of your screen. I just picked attack. Just going to boost my attack percentages by my crew that I showed you guys earlier. We're going to try and take this middle slot here. There's a dude off to the left somewhere. I just don't see him. He showed up for a second.
Alarma! Alert! Enemy ship detected!
Okay, one straight in front. I'll drop down here and use this for cover.
Station has been secured.
Alright, we're going to pop up, shoot him, and then I can pop down. Get a lock. There we go. I don't have a whole lot of range, but at least I can do a little bit of damage there. Something's off to the left. Is that close? It looks like there was a dude really close to us. There is kind of a cloaking setup and a whole setup around like avoidance, so you can hide in like the asteroids and such and get some pretty nasty sneak attacks on people. Plus there's also a cloaking ship. Alright, we're gonna take this real fast. See if I can get this guy to pop around. There we go. Help our dude out. Did we get it? Did I pull out too fast? I pulled out too fast. Son of a bitch. That last shot's going to be a little wide. Oh, finish him, dude. You got him. Okay, nice. Alright, I'm going to Gamma. Now, Gamma, remember I was telling you guys that it's up every 7 minutes. So we can see 33 seconds from now it's going up. You can see that counters in the top center of your screen. This is Gamma. This is your Baron buff. And I believe it stacks every single time it comes up. So it's 10, 20, 30, etc., etc. So getting this is pretty critical. You can see I've got a little support over here. I'm going to get inside here because the bubble's going to pop up here in about 14 seconds. And if we cap this before they even realize it, it's a pretty big advantage. Now, there is a recall option here. You can see I can jump home and I can just activate my jump drive if I want. The problem is you are very vulnerable during jumps. So if I'm jumping, yep, there's a guy on my right. If I'm jumping and being attacked, bad shit can happen. Oh, this guy's about to get fucked. Is he trying to recall out? Yeah, notice how he's recalling out, I think. Yeah, he'll take extensive damage while that's going on. All right, I'm going to jump left to try and save my dude over here. We want to stop them from doing this. If we can hold this point before... Uh-oh. Oh! All right, made it. Give me that lock. Is he bailing? Yeah, he lost it. All right, so at this point, we can attack their base because we have the far right. If we attack their base, it's not like League of Legends in the aspect that you have to destroy it. There are some baseline turrets, but they're not very scary. You have to just get in the circle, very similar like what we just capped with Gamma, and then just put as many ships in it as you can, and you'll slowly take their home base. Once their home base is taken, you win. So that does kind of lead to a very aggressive style of gameplay in many instances, or at least at the newbie level. So people will often stack up one side and then just shove straight into the base and cap it before the enemy team can shut you down. I don't know. I don't know the defenses. I've a couple of the people that were watching my stream when I was initially taking a look at the game pointed out that there are some strategies and such to counter that. Being a new player, I'm just not very familiar with them. So there are ships that can heal, there are ships that can tank, so there's a lot of that style of gameplay in the game as well, and you can do a lot of... Oh, Jesus. Hello, buddy. Activate point defense. Oh, this guy's going to tear me up. Yeah, we're in trouble. Yeah, well, so's mine. Oh, what the fuck? Alright. I'm turning away, let my other armor take the hit. He's gonna drop. If I can take this, there we go. Hello, buddy. Oh, dude, don't shoot me. No, shoot the other dude. We were having so much fun. Oh, nice blown shield. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, the good news is he's going to take it. So he's dead. Anyways, this little screen right here shows you all of the, what do you call it? Oh, dear God. They all came into play with this dude. That screen right before this one shows you all of the different stuff that killed you. It's kind of a recap. Let you know what took you out, etc., etc. Did they at least kill that sentinel? Yeah, they did. Holy shit, dude. This dude's tanking like a boss. Well, he was. It's 2-on-1. He's not going to be taking shit for long. Holy shit, dude. He took him out. God dang. Yeah, I'm going to come help. Holy shit. Oh, I forgot to hit my damn upgrade. Hang on. Alright, so that dude just bailed. Oh, actually, he went to their base, and I can't do that yet. There is a warp cooldown, so you can't just jump all over the screen. Right there, you can see that I'm on jump cooldown for a few more seconds, I believe. Nope, now I can jump, but I can't get back up there because they've recapped that. Let me pick this up. We're going to go attack again. Upgrades going through. And let's push right back into their base. Now, since our guy went in and attacked their base, they're all going to have been pulling back for the most part. I'm going to try and retake this over here, if I can line it up. Let's go ahead and kick in the ABs. Hopefully I don't hit that thing. Easy. Okay, enemy ship off the left. Interceptor. See, he's level 5? I got a pretty good level advantage on him. I just don't know if I can actually take this guy is the only problem. Activate the point defense. What the fuck is this shit off me? I don't know what he's doing to me. There we go. He's gonna try and get over that shield. Not gonna let him get away. Sorry, buddy. There you go. You're fucked. See you, buddy. I think he was trying to get out there at the end. Not sure. Alright, so our right armor is on fire. You can see there. Every ship has right, left, back, front, top, bottom armor, from my understanding. Alright, me and this other dude are going to be able to jump in. Shit, where is he? Oh. Oh. God, that shit hurts. That's alright, he's fucked too. God. I want to try that ship. I do. I do. I was a little worried I wasn't going to like that ship, but I think it might be fun. I think it might be fun. Yeah, it's going to be a little squishy, but oh well. Alright, so this is our bro. You can see this is their base. There are turrets surrounding the little base here. You can shoot the power supplies out, which is basically right where I'm looking on the little base platform there. It's broke. There's one right over there, and then there's one back there, and then two on that side. If you take those out, then the base stops shooting at you. Think of it like taking out the turret. Except it's a lot easier to do. Or at least it has been every time I've engaged it. You can see he's being shot at by the base now. Game online in 30 seconds. Alright, we're going to go for Gamma. Looks like two of us are going to be there. Okay. If we cap this, we're going to get a pretty hefty damage boost. We'll get Rex on. Yeah, we alphaed him pretty hard. He's fucked. See ya, buddy. My stupid ship get pinned up on that damn thing. Turn, turn, turn. All right, you can see we now have max speed 20%, damage reduction 22%, fire rate 10.5. Yeah, we're going to be a lot harder to kill at this point. And he's gone. That's 2 of them down. Looks like I have a lot of them are over there on the right side. Unless those are fighters. I can't quite tell. Nope. There's at least 2 more still here. That's our 3rd kill right there. That guy's way out of the way. Kicking in the ABs. Want to get into range of this dude. Oh, you ain't going nowhere, bro. Yep. Anybody else left here? That's a negative. Alright, so now that we've taken this, sometimes it lets you teleport into their base, and I don't understand why sometimes you can teleport and sometimes you can't. Anyways, you can see I've got a 7-second jump cooldown. Alright, pushing up straight through the middle. One more level and I'll get my last upgrade. Alright, looks like we got a dude, one of my bros, further up, so I'm going to go ahead and kick in the ABs, catch up with these dudes. Okay, just got 1 teleport in. I saw the flash, even if I couldn't see him. There are a lot of sensor buoys, cloaking, stealth systems. You can see that's their watchman sitting way the fuck back there. He can snipe us while we have to close range with him. We got a guy danger close. Dropping down. Oh, God. Whoa! Watchman took a shot at me. Stop, stop, back up. There we go. Oh, you're not going to like us very much, bro. You're dead. Okay, he's gone. Ow, he's going to rip me up. Or not. Dodge this dude on my... There we go. Get out of the way of the watchman. I don't want him to be able to hit me. God dang it. Nope. Gotcha. You ain't going nowhere, bro. Oh, balls. Well, point blank range firing into this dude then. I'm hoping I can take this guy. Alright, he's out. There we go. Who else are we fighting? Alright, you're gonna have to fight me now, bud. Oh, we won! They were capping the base while I was duking it out with those dudes. I didn't even notice. I'll take it. I'll take it. No complaints here. So the nice thing about Fractured Space is the games are fairly short. For my experience, this was actually kind of one of the longer games. Usually they end for me in my 7 game experience. They usually end at about the 20-minute mark. Here you can see takedowns, 10, deaths, 2. I don't know what SP stands for. Maybe assists? I'm not sure. And then captures is 11. There we go. Anyways, fast games allow you to get in, level up pretty quickly. We did get our little drop crate. You get these every 2, 4, and 6 when your dailies are up. Cycles through here. I don't know what all the different crates are or what they do. We got a frozen crate here. That gives us some DNA, so that's going to jump up here for us. Collect that. And then this is your after action report, so to speak. Sometimes these, what do you call them? The medals and such are a little weird in the aspect that they, what's the word for it? They seem to give you, like, one of the medals I got put me in, like, the top 3% of players on that class. I don't know if that's accurate. Anyways, number of times you killed an enemy after it killed you with your death explosion or an ability such as missile does not include custom games. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But there's a lot of achievement tracking here, like things like that. It does track those. You can see the MMR of all of the people that were playing with you. So there's no real question that most of the people that I was playing with were better than I was, as I'm down at 548. I can see that I've got a 30-day boost. So that's how I ended up with substantially more credits than I would have gotten normally. I have no idea what Vanguard means. Maybe that's a specialized skin or something. I'm not sure. And then you can add friends from all the people that you played with. You can commend them. You can report them. All here, pretty standard stuff. And boost is applied. Okay, good. So that's more or less Fractured Space in a nutshell. For me personally, I enjoy the game. I think as far as MOBAs go, it's pretty solid, and I'm going to enjoy playing it probably for the next couple of weeks. And if you guys enjoy watching it, I plan on doing a series covering each of the individual ships and my opinion on their strengths and weaknesses and how to play them. I'm sure some of you that are a little bit more familiar with the game will get a lull at my personal opinions. So would love to get some feedback on that. As always, let me know what you guys think about this game in the comment section below. Are you interested in playing it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know your thoughts and the reasonings behind them down there. Always read all my comments. As always, if you did like the video, please slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.